Hello everyone, welcome back. We're into the next episode of the Paris Career Mode, and today we have deadline day, a couple more games and a bit of form we need to try and pick up on again. Yes guys, welcome back to episode number 8 of season number 3 of the Paris FC Career Mode, and we are in 10th position in the league. We have a game over everyone else though, so of course they can still come back, as I just said, we're going to jump straight into this one. We have deadline day, the first big event up first, more than any other game or anything, because the day after we have the first game, Saint-Etienne away, then Olympique Lyon at home, which I think we beat last time. It was either them or Lyon, or maybe both. I think it might have been both, but we're going to try and win that one. Then Stade de Reims, bottom of the league, and then Metz, and maybe we get onto Angers at the end. I don't know. They beat us last time out, you know, but we're not going to try and let that play on his mind, as we've got a couple of days to sim as well. We've got a transfer offer accepted for one of our cams, a good one. Watch the last episodes if you haven't seen it already, or just look at the screen right now. Yes, Said Arab has departed the club. He's gone for a relatively cheap fee for Porto, but of course couldn't stop him from going to Porto. He's probably going to want to go there. As let's have a look at the money we've made compared to spent. I really want to see that Lorient being one of the only teams who've spent, oh no, a couple 11 millions roundabout there. 31 on Schick. Oh, we've only made 27. It must not be counting the Colleen, but if it did, it'd be like over 130 million right now. We've only spent 8. Relatively good if you ask me, as straight after the bell, so I've got 2 offers right here. One from Genoa for Campanini, who isn't playing as much as he usually should do, but I am going to reject that. I do want to keep him here as my backup. And Enzo Malloy, a 2-year loan deal from Burnley. I'm going to try and negotiate this. I mean, at least it's not a loan to buy. I'm going to try and propose a short-term loan. I don't know why I've done it this long way, but I'm going to do it anyway. They'll pay most of his wages, and we'll see Malloy in hopefully 6 months. Gives Baumann a lot more game time, plus it allows me to play Gurner in maybe central midfield and Masengo in cam, so we can fit all 3 of our central slotted midfielders into this formation. As hang on, we've got a bid straight after though, forehand Noah, and 11 million. That is just way too little for him. He's got to go for way more than that. And 7 hours to go. I do have a player in mind I want to bring in as well, and it is not a replacement for Saidarab. So yes, I am going to give Baumann that game time that I think he, well, doesn't warrant. He's only just got it from the academy, but kind of needs, as Malloy is going to go out on loan. And Cyril Manduki, that's just way too little. From Lille, though, a good team who are below us in the league. So it's going to stay at the club higher up. It's very worked in our favour right there that they're not doing that well. As yes, 106 million. We're definitely not going to be spending much. We're not even going to spend a tenth of that. As Michael Elise is a cam that, I actually could bring in right now. But I'm going to hold out on him as Abdul Rahman Baba. I know Hano's been here from the start and I've used him all the way, but I feel like he's been lacking in recent games and I've spoke about it a lot whilst playing. So, Baba, an ex-Chelsea man, relegated with Burnley in the last bit of his contract, should be able to pick him up on a cheap. So, Sean Dyche, do us a favour, we've just let you have Malloy. Please let us have Baba. I mean, it's not the fairest of deals. We're giving you 8 million as they accept that straight up, as it's just down to his contract right now. And we'll offer rotation. Will he take that? I don't think he will. No, crucial. Oh, I didn't want him saying crucial. I wanted him important, but if he wants crucial, we'll give him it. He is the highest rated left wing back now at the club, as maybe we need a loan offer for Hadjam now, because he's going to go down the pecking order slightly, as 3 years, disregard a release clause, and he wants to be one of the highest paid players at the club. That can't really be happening, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. So we'll offer you a little bit more in the signing bonus and 30k a week, as you are coming from the Championship club. And there we go. Our second signing of January after Jackson Maleka is Abdul Rahman Baba. I think that was his name. Please be his name. I think I've butchered his second one out of 3, as he's going to come onto the bench for Campanini and now into the team for Hano, as Hano drops to the bench. You've been a good servant. You're still going to stay here unless we get a bid in. But I did just feel like Jan Valery was keeping the crossing burden on his shoulders. Like, Hano was doing a bit defensively, still giving away cheap penalties and all that, and fouls, but he wasn't getting as good enough crosses as we were getting from the right hand side, and I want that balance. So Baba hopefully will offer that, as we are 11th in the league, playing Saint-Etienne, who are now above us again by 1 point. As we've got the lineup right here, and this is the new look team. We've lost a striker, we've lost one centre back, and then we've lost our cam. So we've lost quite a bit in this window. We've lost 3 of our best players, but we couldn't stop them making the moves they wanted to. So we're going to have to go with Bajic still in goal, Jan Valery, Bamba, Pontus Jansson's now taking the burden of centre back, with Manduki and Baba on the left right now for his debut straight away, with Masengo, Name and Baumann. He's got a lot to do this season, with Antiste going on to the left and Muleka just making his first start in a Paris FC shirt over Parika. So hopefully we can get this right. Hopefully this can tick like it did with Laura, Arab and of course Colleen in the team when we got it to tick like a little bit through this season, but hopefully we can just make it right again. And let's have a look at the Saint-Etienne team we're going to face today. They have got Gallen in goal. Wasn't he at a club? I'm pretty sure it was a club we placed last season with Tinkergraven, Mutsaka, missed the last ones, Kamara, Budabu, Alekauchi, Hadji and Budaboos with Kalajic. Oh, old friend from Grimsby days. Well, I won't call him a friend actually. It was Cisse and Muafek at right centre-back and right-back that I missed. Hopefully, we won't miss the target and score some bloody goals. That sounded very British when I just said that. So, let's get into it, shall we? It's Boudaboo straight into Hadji, as we're going to have to try and chase him down. There we go. Baumann with the tackle, straight into Hanno Masengo. And now Masengo gives it to Antiste. Can we try and find a gap? We don't really, so we're going to go this side again. And it's to Baba, who's running forward already. Can he get a straightaway assist? It's into Jordi Muleka. Oh, not Jordi, but Jackson, as he misses. Already a great run from Baba, though, and that is what I wanted to see. It's great stuff as Bajic. It's a familiar face against his old team, of course, our goalkeeper. And Lucas Gurner, who I don't think's in the starting lineup anyway, as Masengo gets a touch straight onto their striker there, and Bajic, their old player, drawn straight into a save. Bit of a lively start this one, isn't it, as Kalajic has the ball again. It's Pontus Jansson's area, as he deals with the danger very, very well. And now Name to run away with it into Jonas Baumann. Now onto Antiste, as we're going to try and look to go forward a little bit. It's Baumann who gets it round the corner. The number 25. How's he going to try and cut inside right here? He's going to stay on the back of the defender Cisse and run back because he hasn't really got the skills to get past him at the moment, as he's going to have to pass it to Han Noah. Valerie making the run forward. Can we get someone in the middle? Great move this. Valerie into the back post. Not reached anyone. And it's talking about Hanno hanging up his boots at the end of the season. So it's actually a good job we got a left back in. I did not know that as well. I think he might have actually just decided that off, of course, of him getting the replacement. So you never know. As now Jan Valery running down the line with the ball. He's going to try and cut back inside. He's going to have to pass it to Muleka right here, as Muleka into Baumann. It's decent play right here. And Name through that gap. Baumann again. Round that corner. Muleka is going to get on the end of this. Cross it to the back post. And that is the back post. And Aliauchi, or whatever his name is. I know he's a good youth prospect, that guy. And the right cam, I think it is. Or just maybe right hand side or left midfield. As now the ball's onto Hadji right here. And we've still got to defend. We've been the better team in this game, I'd say. But it has been a little bit underwhelming since the lively start with 2 chances at either end. However, we have got a chance here. Antiste run through that middle as a defender who's dropped back though, and I hate to see that, as Antiste is just going to keep the ball right here at his own feet. Try and cut away and pass it into Baumann, as Baba making the run around. Can he get a deep cross? And it's a good one into Jordi Muleka. And I've called him Jordi again. I don't know why, but he's missed again. Same mistake with the name. Same mistake with the header, as he's missed once more. And now that is just, it's getting costly if we don't score very soon. I would like to get one in the back of that goal, as now Hadji turns us into Kalajic just before half-time, or Kalajic, as Lee Dixon likes to call him. As there we go, the half-time whistle has been blown anyway. It is 0-0. Quite lively at the start, but definitely petered out. So I'd like to just boost it up again. So let's try and do it, shall we? Hanno Masengo starting with the ball into Abdul Baba. Oh, it's Rabman. That's the name I forgot. The commentators just told me, as Antiste now. Can we get forward straight away? We're going from left all the way to right as Jan Valery. You've got to be further forward, mate, as he's on the ball right here anyway. Jan Valery back inside. They've got a very, very big defensive line as Etienne, as they're going to try and have to break this down, as Han Noah now. Baba down the line. Baba gets it. Can we put a cross into the box? He's onside. It's a decent ball into that gap. but no one there. And Badawi now into Kalajic onto Enas Hadji of Rangers. Really good player him, as that's a great tackle from Cyril Manduki as well. Good passing still though, and Janssen brilliantly dealt with from the Swede, as we're going to try and get that out. Jan Valery, not a great ball though, as they're going to get a chance to come at us again, and that's around the corner. Kalajic through to Budaboo, and Bajic with a shocker. It's an absolute shocker from the keeper, who's of course an ex-player of Etienne, and looks like he's let them score. It is a terrible attempt to save that one. Look at this. It's a great one too. Great flick on Pontus Jansson, not a cross, but one-handed, and maybe too much power, but I've got to blame the keeper there. Very disappointing, as we've got to try and get back into this. We've been so much better on possession and everything, as can we just do it instantly? Jan Valery, no one is making that run into the box, so Valery has to cut back again into Muleka, who should be the one in the box, as Valery now with a cross, and Sinkergraven, the Swede left back, with the block. So we are going to win a corner. Let's get our Swede on it, shall we? Colleen was decent with headers. Will Janssen be decent with headers? It's going towards him. Pontus Jansson over the bar. Now Ernest Hadji with the ball as well. Hadji cuts away in the middle. That's a good pass, and a great challenge as Bajic will get that away. It was a good challenge, but a very, very weird one, because it knocked it back to his keepers. Now Jackson Maleka. No changes up front so far, as I see Baba out wide, and oh my days. Maleka has joined this club instead of Gatay and Laura, and literally thrown away every single thing we've tried to do. He has not been a great player at all, as Pontus Jansson. Keep that. Great work. He's actually a really good centre-back, Pontus, as Muleka now with it. Jackson Muleka out wide to Name. Name around the corner. Ref! Nudge on Antiste there when he was trying to get through, but nothing given, as we've got 12 minutes left of this one. And I think that was a free kick, referee. And Muafek with the ball right here, as we're trying to put the pressure on with Leonard, who's come on for Baumann. So I've swapped as youth striker for our youth cam. So hopefully that's more attacking, as Muleka with the ball right here. Going to look out for Name. Antiste trying to make the run around, as he does get the ball around. Can we try and get ourselves back into this one? It's a pass in the middle. It's Leonard who receives the ball, and he tries to cut away to get the angle, but the youth player has lost it, as there's just added time right now, and we're putting the pressure on, but they've got out of that little angle, as Rui Diaz tackle on him from Janssen. It was a fair one, but still not won the ball, and they're in our half with no more time left, because there's the whistle. It's a 1-0 defeat to Etienne, and the ex-Etienne player in Bajic making the one mistake. Not good enough. We've lost because of fine margins. And back to the drawing board after that one. We are in 12th position, as Antiste is thanking me for game time. Who was I going to say? Him? It's me, the manager. Of course it is. And thank you, Antiste. Still looking for that consistency a bit from him, though, as we play second place Lyon. Of course, when they're in second place, we do well. Drew against Monaco. Beat these last time out, as do we go unchanged? I'm going to try and make a change up front, actually. Muleka for Parika. So that's the only thing that's going to happen, as Bajic stays in goal. Valery, Bamba, Janssen, Manduki, Baba, Masengo, Name and Baumann, with Parika and Antiste. It's our best lineup now, apart from Muleka on rating, but he's not playing well. The team has downgraded, but don't worry, we've got 100 million for, of course, next summer when most of the transfers go down and I can scout players. We've just got to survive. And let's have a look at Lyon's team that's going to try and knock us down a bit, with Lopez in the goal. He's a bit aging. Put some past him with Tierney, Zubadia, Vezo and Selic. Paqueta, Mendes and Brozovic. With Toko Akambi, Schick, who they've just signed, and Kadwer. Of course, Patrick Schick, the Euros 2021 hero. So although we did beat them last time, and I think we beat them emphatically, if I am not wrong. I think it was a big result. I think it was like 4-1, wasn't it? But I'm not sure. It was either them or Marseille that was 4-1. I can't remember. I know we got a result against them, so we've just got to be on his best again and try and repeat it. Of course, the team has changed, like I just said before this, but we've got to try and do something well, as Thiago Mendes up to Schick. They've changed as well. They've actually got a goal scorer, as Schick has the run on right there, but he hasn't opted for it. He's going to try and skill a little bit backwards. We're trying to get a tackle in right there. Thiago Mendes. Lucas Paqueta through that gap, but Manduki to block, so it looks like they're up for it. And Lucas Paqueta tackled there from Baumann, and we're still going to try and chase him down. Kieran Tierney, that is, as it's into Toko Akambi. Over the top, Pontus Jansson easily deals with that. Chest and down to Han Noah as Baumann. Baumann into Name, and Name up to Antiste, who gets a big shove in his back, and not even an advantage given, as we're going to try and go forward right here. It's Parika. Going to try and go from left to right to try and get Valery ready for a cross, but the only time I don't want him to run eagerly, he does. So the passing wasted as well from our youth player, as it's a ball straight through as well to Patrick Schick, and Schick with a turn. He's actually turned us very well. He's got his shot off, and Schick into the top corner. What a finish from the Czech Republican. It's a really good goal and a really good strike through a lot of bodies that I thought was in the way to block him. A great finish. I really thought I'd got the block though. Look at that. Turns inside. Turns again. Janssen was in his way and Bamba didn't get across in time. Bajic never ever getting the blame for that. It's a wonder strike and we find ourselves behind again. And Lucas Paqueta straight after their goal up to Schick again, as it looks like they're actually very much up for this game now. After that, as Thiago Mendes into Paqueta around the corner into Schick again. Back post behind the goal, and they've let us off from scoring 2 now. We've got to be better as Bamba to charge forward through this gap, and he's going to keep on going. Can he try and get a pass off? Not really, and he runs straight into Kieran Tierney. Got to watch in front of you, man. As now Nami with a pass round. At least he won it back as Perica looks for Antiste, who's just not found any consistency. He's running off the ball as well. Without Gate and Laura, it is absolutely woeful as Mehmed Zeki Celik with a pass forward into Kadzuer around the corner into Thiago Mendes right here as Masengo tries to get his tackle in. Still hasn't. It's Bamba though. Axel gets a touch on it but doesn't win the ball as Hanno is chasing this down. It's Kadwere again on the ball and he's going out wide. So just shepherding them back. 5 minutes to go in this half and should be all good. I really would count that as good at the moment. As Schick doesn't let us get to half-time 1-0 up. It's another goal from the Czech Republic. And how is he finishing that one off? Very, very sluggish from me, from our defence, and from Bajic in the goal. That's another I can blame him for. He had his front post marked. He should be able to get one hand to that. But it's finished off from Schick again to put the dagger in our backs. And again, second place. 2 goals down. I guess it makes a little bit of sense if you put it that weird way, but that analogy just, I hate to hear it, as we've got less possession, we've had 0 shots, and our team just isn't gelling. We've got to score a goal at least in this half, or at least get 1 shot off as Baumann fighting back for the ball and did win it as he gives it to Cyril. Back into Jonas, he's through to Yanis. First name basis right here is Perica, but he cannot run anywhere. That's probably because I didn't call him Steven, his first name, as they're going to pass that shot as well. Straight into Pontus Janssen. And tackled straight away. What is that? Very sloppy as Thiago Mendes is through right here as well. I'm not going to try and slide in. I tried to get a tackle as Bajic pulls out a great save to actually stop that going in the back of the net. So Stefan doing as well right there. He's very inconsistent though, him. As usually the score from the corner after it as Bajic did have to make another save as well. And he's going to roll this straight out to Axel Bamba to try and come forward down the line into Han Noah as we're going to try and just pelt it down the line for pace as well. We've got a man in the middle in Antiste. Han Noah running with it. Antiste, Perica, one more. He hasn't got the pace any day of the week. And after losing out on that, it's them again. So Ronnie Lopez trying to cut inside, tackle in. Jan Valery through the gap. It's just end to end. Every time we win the ball, we're right up against our box. And Mustafi Name, his passing's kind of always been terrible to be fair, as they've done a terrible one right there. Straight into Masengo. And straight onto Antiste again. As round that corner into Perica. Can we get one right here? Antiste, keep running into that middle. Keep running. Why have you stopped running? I was looking in the middle all along as he's now in the middle for Valery to cross. It's gone back post. Leonard! The youth player almost scoring. And Pontus Janssen with the ball right here. Oh, he's caught out. He does so well defensively, but sometimes with his passing, he just gets caught out all the time. As that's offside, Rennie Adelaide, who scores. But the offside flag's just not going to go up, and it's going to be 3-0. Jeffrey René Adelaide joins in, even though he was miles off. Shocking. Just absolutely shocking. Let's have a replay, shall we? Jan Valery dropped. He dropped the littlest bit, but he did drop, and that is offside. Cheated out of a result again. And passing out from the back right here as it looks like we've been humbled by Lyon. After, of course, getting one up on them in the last game. But Maleka, if he could score a goal in this game, at least it's something. As Jackson Maleka still can't score. Perica gets his head on it. Keeper sent. But Celik to send that out for a corner as well, as that was a chance. But still not gone in. As Masengo for Ludovic Rees right here. Get him a bit of time as we're going to try and put Maleka on this header. He isn't the tallest, as Perica is, to head that down to an onside Rees in the gap again, but not enough of a gap because their defenders got it straight away and they might look to counter-attack. They might look for more goals as Brozovic tried to stop him with Leonard, but the youth player Not getting anywhere near it. It's Seelig down the line as well into Kirk. And Kirk has got the run on Baba as Kirk with a whip into the box. Ronnie Lopez with a very powerful header, but of course way too powerful right that as Bajic with a cross out to Valerie, and can we get one back? Let's have a look, shall we? It's Leonard, it's Maleka in front of him as he's turned on the pace a little bit. Can he get there still, Maleka? No, he can't. It's into this gap, missed the tackle, and there's the final whistle. It's 3-0, beaten at home by Lyon, who are in second place, so not, I want to say not too bad, but we put 4 against them last time. And we haven't even registered, I think, a shot on target. And that result takes us down to 13th as we are on to bottom of the league, Stade de Reims. So it has to be better against these. It has to be. As I'm going to simulate this one as well. So this is the daily dose of simulation. As Parika is going to be the only change for Maleka, who's a bit tired as well. But this is what we're going to go with. All the reserves. Look at all the reserves. They're all unhappy, apart from our wing-back replacements. As you know the team, no more changes apart from that. And hopefully it can be a win. Although bottom of the league, I've got to persist with our lineup because we need to try and get it right at some point. So, please, quick simulation. Our team is less fit than theirs, but please don't lose this game. As we don't, and finally we have a win. It's Masengo with the first goal, Masengo with the second, so a brace from Hanoa with Jose Mirazar, I think it's pronounced, scoring for them, but we have won. Finally a performance to hopefully take us away from that drop zone a little bit more again, as we're into 12th, just up by 1 position, but as long as we're not in them red zones. And the final game of today, it's a team we haven't played just yet. It is Metz. We lost to them in a simulation first time round as Martin's got a loan offer from Getafe, but we're going to reject that. Back in his native country. You're staying in France, aren't you? You've already bought a house. As these just sit below us in 13th Metz, so if we get a win here, we should go back, hopefully, in the fight for higher in mid-table, so that would be good. What a fight that is, should I say, as now we've both dropped down a position, but we do have this game in hand, as we're going to make 0 changes actually, although all them players down there are unhappy. I don't like to see it. We are going to make 0 changes. Same team that just won against Stade de Reims. On paper our strongest, hoping for an improvement in game. And let's have a look at this Metz team, shall we? It's Akan in goal with Delane, Bron, Kayate, Boyton, Sentos with Maiga and Agban, and Percy Tau, who we tried to sign with Guardiola and Pedro Nuno up front. Let's see how they play. Hopefully not too well at all as Spinazzola, Guardiola, oh my days. Speaking of Euro 2021 earlier, has got me in that mind frame as Kayate with the tackle onto Agban, as now we're trying to put the pressure on them a little bit as Kayate gets it back again. Just trying to drop back a little bit. Percy Tau, now Agban again with it, and Name to put the pressure on. Name wins the ball. He loses it again, but he's going to get it again. Baba round the corner. Bauman into Masengo. Masengo forward onto Yanis Antiste with good footwork as well. Jordi Maleka on the run around as Maleka with a good touch shoots, and he cannot score for Toffee. He cannot score at this club. That should have been in the back of the goal, but no, as Manduki now gives it on to Hano Masengo. Let's try and get forward, shall we? Bauman, get it round that corner. Is it going to fit? It is. Maleka, oh, runs straight into danger though. And Sentonze to run away with the ball as Agban, come on, get that tackle in. No, we can't, as Percy Tau now. Tau round the corner. Bamba, please get there as we do, and gives it back to Bajic. Don't let this be more even than it needs to be. We're really trying to give them hope. We really are giving them the ball back. Janssen with a terrible tackle. Agban going around the houses, and Janssen makes up for that early mistake. He is good. He really is. For his rating, he brings a lot of experience and just grit to this team. Love him as a centre-back, as now Antiste, oh my day, he's passing shocking. His passing, his running, everything today has been horrible from Yanis, but he's really thanking me for his game time. That's probably why. He probably knows how bad he's been, but I've persisted with him as Pedro Nuno around that corner as well, into Sergi Guardiola. Manduki this time with the tackle, as it's straight forward to Antiste again, and again, can't get the pass round. Sergi Guardiola, tackle by Janssen right there. Can Janssen, oh, double tackle from him. He is a great player as Maleka gives it now onto Mustafi Name, through that gap onto Yanis, as Yanis, please pass that ball out wide, and again, it's terrible. Got to take so much more off that, as Janssen's going to get booked as well. No way. No way. Also just noticed as well, he's always got the captain's armband. That's probably because of his experience trait. But honestly, I think he'd deserve it even if he didn't have that. He's just a leader by example. Not like these bums up front who can't pass. Shocking from them as now Jan Valery through that gap onto Han Noah. Han Noah might as well run it himself, but he is going to pass it to Yanis this time as well as Antiste. Running around the houses, cuts inside. Yanis Antiste with the shot across the ground. Please be a corner. And it's not, it's a goal kick. So that means he missed the target and rolled it on the floor by himself. Yanis, come on. And half-time as well, 0-0, like it was in the Saint-Etienne game, but this has been a really good performance from us off the ball, and I'd say a little bit on, but we've got to try and score to prove that we're actually good on the ball. It's just been horrible in the final third. So am I happy that we've stepped his game up after that last win? Yes, but am I happy with the performance overall? No, not at all. We've got to be a lot more clinical than this if we're going to get results against better teams. There's now Name with the ball. He's going to run through this gap because we've got no support from his right wing back. Nothing new right there though, as finally he returns. I'm going to pass it back and whip it first time into Antiste's area, but he doesn't win that as Baba put the pressure on them right here. This is what I bought you for. Getting forward, and there we go. Tried to win it, but the pass from Malaika wasn't good enough. And believe me when I say as well, I have put most of these players on passing traits. They should be good at it, as Manduki gets a touch on that ball right there, but still doesn't win the ball as Agban. Oh, Janssen wrist it with a slide tackle right there as Percy Tau. Good tackle, Bamba. Fair one as it falls to Maiga as well. And Maiga beats us right there, but Janssen with the next block as Pontus Janssen out to Baumann. And now we run. Come on, Jonas. Keep on running. Straight into Malaika. Over the top to Antiste. It's not over the top, but he's going to fight for it. And he's going to lose out on it again. They're really missing Gatean. We really are. He had dribbling and he was the best passer out of every striker, I'd say. He got quite a few assists, but saying that, Antiste did last season. And he's just fallen off the edge of a cliff as Pedro Nuno now going backwards. Tackled by Manduki. Straight into Masengo as Masengo looks to pass it. Oh, my days. Into an awkward spot. I'm going to keep all these passes in as well, because I just want to show you how terrible they are. As Name on the ball right here as well. Going to turn out. I'm going to pass it through that gap into Malaika as Malaika try and run through this gap as well. A little bit of flair right there with a fake shot, but fooling no one as Jan Valery tries to whip it in. I was hoping for a corner right there. Not won anything, as it's going to be a defeat. I can just tell. And not a defeat, sorry, a draw. It might be a defeat if we don't make the most of it and then we just sloppily concede. But it's frustrating because we've been the better team by heads and shoulders. Just amazing. We've just been amazing off the ball, done every single thing right, but passing with the strikers. As look at this. I knew it was going to fail before it even happened. 83 minutes on the clock. Percy Tau with the pass right there to Pedro Nuno, who did get injured in the first half, but he's got back up. Of course he's responded as Percy Tau's in the middle. We've got defending to do right here. They're in our box. Baba almost steps in. Pedro Nuno ready to hit it. We've lost it with Bamba, and that's lucky that we haven't conceded. Still, the pass away from Masengo is terrible, and we're just letting them put the pressure on us. But Janssen, the battling ram, gets the ball back. He's just, I can't stress how much he's carried us today. As Name with the pass right there to Antiste around the corner. We're getting to Malaika, and maybe if he could score his first goal right here and win it, all is forgiven. It's Jackson Malaika. He cuts back inside. He's got an angle. Malaika scores! He does do it in the 90th minute. Slots it home. It's a pass across the ground. It's a terrible shot on paper, but it has rolled in. And we have scored in the last minute of the game to sink Metz hearts. Revenge is sweet. And it's the first goal of the season and of his career at Paris FC for Jackson Malaika. Finally! As it should be full time straight after it as well. We'll let it go out. You know what it means to him. He's going to be celebrating all day and all night as Ndorum's come off the bench. Maiga, referee, blow the whistle right there as it's a big 3 points. It's a big 3 points that I never saw coming, but it did in the end, as Paris FC have beaten Metz. And straight after that game, we jump back into 10th. They're actually above Marseille. I never realised Marseille had dropped off, as it's another loan deal for Martin. That is rejected, as Pontus Janssen's picked up too many yellow cards as well. Damn it. Without his best centre-back next, so Martin will step in for the start of next episode, as Angers actually sit just above us on the same amount of points, but we are going to save that one. As thank you guys all for watching this one. Got a deal over the line with the transfer. Got 4 games done, 1 win, which or 2 wins actually, yeah, the simulated game. So not too bad, a mixed bag of course, as I will see you all in the next one. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well if you do not want to miss any episodes in the future, as we are on the fight for 3K. Take care, in a bit, I'll see you later, peace.